Good evening, and welcome to the INFOWARS.com Nightly News. Your host, DLAKE, is trying to stay calm. In this InfoWar, and I'm sure there's many other InfoWarriors that can attest to this, sometimes the stress, the aggravation, it's not fear. It's just like getting pissed off so bad you want to piss all over the place, but you're still wearing your pants. And then if you try to piss all over the place, someone will be like, "Don't pee your pants." And you're like, "I don't care anymore, dude. I'll pee my pants. I'm ready to get out of here. Just let loose." Good evening, and welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ. One thing that I don't do in this InfoWar is screw around. Yeah, maybe I'm a little bit of a joker. I like to joke a little bit. But joking and screwing around and goofing off, those are two different things. Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. 10 times better, or should I say 25,000 times better. Good evening, and welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. The InfoWars reporter contest is really starting to heat up. I'm going to tell you something right now that I really want you to know. Not just Alex Jones, and not just Rob Dew, or anyone on his team, but I want all the real InfoWarriors to know. And if you're a fake fraud, troll, son of a bitch, I don't really care what you say. Good evening, and welcome to the Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ. In addition to all the fascinating media that is surrounding me here on my desk, such as the amazing Spider-Man with the Punisher right there on the cover. Good evening, and welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE. Your host, DLAKE, has been putting out many videos on YouTube. In fact, I posted 5 videos last night. How many did you post? My guess is 1 to 0. Good evening, and welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ. Last night, I posted 5 videos to YouTube to be a part of the INFOWARS.com reporter contest. I appreciate all the female contestants doing their thing, but I'm only in a competition with the men. And if there's any real man that wants to try to step up and try to tell DLAKE that they can report news better than me, then I fucking dare them to. Good evening, and welcome to the Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ. Yeah, that guy, the one that goes out and gets all those awesome and really cool exclusive interviews. He's also surrounded by massive amounts of media, including books, DVDs, red box discs, comics. Well, there he is again, the Punisher. Tonight, I'm trying my best to remain calm. Actually, not even 1/2 hour ago, your host, DLAKE for PREZ, went into a fit of rage. He threw several items of media all around the desk. He proceeded to slam all over the desk. And it's a good thing that he didn't injure himself. Good evening, and welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ. This InfoWars competition has been really great. I'm really happy that my videos are always on the top of the page. Good evening and welcome to the INFOWARS.com Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ. Maybe you've heard that name or maybe you've seen me. I suspect that maybe you might recognize it from INFOWARS.com, considering the fact that the past few days, when the competition is getting fierce and when more and more reports are coming out, guess what? In those 2 days, DLAKE had 2 separate videos on both of those pages. And welcome to the Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ. Go check out INFOWARS.com, the reporter contest. Why don't you go take a look at where my videos have placed in the past 2 days. When the competition got fierce, DLAKE dominated. Today, when more entries came out, I dominated again. There's no stopping DLAKE for PREZ, and let me continue to illustrate that point. Good evening, and welcome to the INFOWARS.com Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE for PREZ. There's one thing that you can definitely say about DLAKE. He doesn't mess around, and he doesn't play games. There's other people in media that do, most certainly, like to play games. When the reporter contest was announced at INFOWARS.com, I felt obligated to get involved right away. I've been a big fan of the INFOWARS team and Alex Jones for quite some time now. Years. It's been years now. Good evening and welcome to the INFOWARS Nightly News. I'm your host, DLAKE. DLAKE has been on supercharge to win this contest. Guess what? Maybe you saw a recent video where I had to exchange my bag full of media for some other sucker's bag. And wanna know why? Because my bag ripped. What kind of self-respecting journalist has a bag that rips? That's why I purchased this reporter bag. It's a black leather bag. Good evening and welcome to the INFOWARS Nightly News. I intend to win the contest and I'll give it all I got.